Alright, you already know what the fuck's going on. Part 3. Short stories, horror stories, short horror stories. So, my wife was telling me that on this app that I've been using, called Wattpad, that there's basically porn novels. It's like 50 Shades of Grey. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. No, I'm just fucking around. So we're just gonna go ahead and dive right in. Just gonna go ahead and dive right in. My laptop will work, kind of being janky as fuck right now. Just listen to this beat real quick while it loads. All right, and we're back. Try this again. This one is called Covered in Blood. When I was 15, my stepfather got stabbed right in front of me. There was an altercation in the middle of the street at 2 in the morning that woke our whole household up. My stepfather and my uncle were still drinking and went outside to see what was happening. Let the lesson be learned that you don't fucking drink at 2 in the morning. There was a young man kicking the shit out of my older neighbors, an alcoholic gentleman kicking the shit out of my older neighbors, an alcoholic gentleman who lived a few houses down from us. Found out afterward the young man was dating the older man's daughter. My stepfather and my uncle went to break up the fight, and in the communication, my father was stabbed by the guy. He stumbled back onto the porch and fell, and he tried to catch him. His blood smeared down the front of his shirt. The younger guy took off and we called 911. We were in the hospital until early that morning. When me and my mom got home, there was a message on our answering machine. It was a friend of mine from school, crying and apologizing for calling in the middle of the night. But she had a dream that there was screaming and a fight, and I was covered in blood. She begged me to call her back. The timestamp on the message was the same time as the stabbing. Oh, nice. This was the late 80s, before computers, and even before cell phones, really. I lived on the other side of town from her. There was no way that she could have known that happened. Well, guess what, bitch? She knew. So, I haven't done this in my last videos, but I'm definitely going to do it in these. People leave comments under these stories, and we're going to take a look at those comments after each story to make this a little more interesting. Alright, here's a good one. Holy water saves you says, well, that has escalated from 0 to 100 pretty fucking fast. And I would have to agree on that one. Typical stab and blood squirt on a person suddenly. A suspect. Shay dude. Peeping Tom. Some of y'all can relate to this one, right? That I am a guy. Well, I don't give a fuck what you are. I used to run quite a bit, 5 miles every day without fail. One day after finishing my run, I got a knock on the door. It was a young man, about my age, 27, asking about my duplex next door, as it was for rent. Typically the question about the neighborhood and the street and whatnot. I was nice and informative, but I had some food cooking and needed to get back inside. I told him to call the number on the sign, but before I could excuse myself inside, he interjected. The conversation went something like this. Him. Wait, do I smell pot? Dude, are you smoking weed in here? Let me just say this, dude. Are you fucking smoking weed? Are you smoking weed? Disgusting. No, I'm cooking salmon. Okay. When has weed ever smelled like fucking salmon? Like, that's a fish. Oh, because if you were smoking in there, I'd totally be down with that. By the way, you've got really nice pecs. Do you work out a lot? Actually, I do. Oh, God. Ah. Cool. Thanks. Him. I go back inside my house. He drives off. I instantly call my landlord and tell her to, under no circumstances, let that guy rent the property. He gave me the creeps. Anyway, fast forward 2 days. It's Sunday night around midnight. I just finished watching a movie on the porch and I had played a lot of soccer that weekend. Generally, I found that if I can soak in a hot bath for 20 minutes, my knees feel better in the morning. I do soak in a hot bath, honestly. So I have to agree with this guy. After I'm pumping fucking iron all day, getting yoked, I sit in the bath. Then I get into the bathroom and I notice that someone must have opened the window to the bathroom when I had friends over several days ago. I don't have a bathroom exhaust fan, so it only makes sense to raise the window. I usually fuck up the toilet enough to have to open a whole window. I felt something was wrong, but maybe I was just being paranoid. Then I thought about the bedroom window and the bathroom window, both having blinds askew, and I came to think about it. I believe the blinds behind the TV had one little slat that was sort of peeled up, but no, now I'm just being paranoid. And I hadn't even thought about the weird encounter from 2 days ago. The dude that was trying to fucking lick your abdomen and pecs. But now I'm sitting in the bathtub and the damn timer seems frozen at this time. I tell myself that I'll get up when the timer is done, put on some clothes, and take a look around the house. I snapped. 5 minutes left, and I couldn't take it any longer. Just too damn paranoid. Couldn't take that shit. I didn't know how to rationalize what I did next. It just seemingly purely instinctual. I hopped up, got a towel around me. I turned off the bathroom light, made my way quickly to the bedroom and through the living room area. I then cut the kitchen and living room lights. In the darkness, I pulled a pair of pants up so that I could not have my dick swinging around while I'm wandering around my house like a crazy person. I went over to the front door and flung it open quickly to peer out. This was the middle of the summer, and the crickets were overwhelmingly loud. Louder than the sound of my squeaky penis flopping against every object that I hit. I decided I was being paranoid and I turned to go back in. I turned, but the last second I had the thought, I won't be content to sleep tonight unless I properly dismiss the paranoia with a walk around the house. I thought that's what you just did by doing a full fucking marathon sprint butt ass naked around the house, dude. Whatever. So I barefooted and cautiously make my way down to the front porch and down the sidewalk to the side of the house where my bedroom windows glow. The front of the house is definitely clear. I tiptoe to the corner of the house to get a view of the side of the house. As I peer around the corner, not 20 feet away from me, I see the stranger from 2 days ago, jacking off. Oh wait, his hand in his shorts, he is masturbating furiously. Oh, I guess I just came up. Yeah, I was right. Nice. I'm instantly enraged. Apparently, he is completely unaware that I have exited the house, much less flanked him. I decided in that instant to surprise him with my penis. The following conversation was a mix between my anger, his fear, my horniness, and his horniness. And we fucked. I'm just playing. Out of all that, the feeling of amusement that this is actually happening to me kept in my mind. The conversation doesn't really make a lot of sense because he didn't really have time to think, and really couldn't, because I flanked him ferociously masturbating. And it really couldn't have been more than about 15 to 20 seconds before the ordeal was played out. This is him. This is me, him, the reader. You sick fuck. Him, surprised and mortified. Ah! I'm going to catch you and beat the shit out of you. Him, you don't know me, back away. Well, I think he knows you pretty well now. Me, aggressively approaching. I know exactly who you are, and I'm gonna catch you, and I'm gonna beat you off. And I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Transitioning from backing away to turning away and starting to run. Please don't hurt me. I'm so sorry. I'm so drunk. I'm so sorry. Please don't hurt me. Excellent dialogue here. At this point, it's an all-out chase across the neighborhood while he's still jacking off. I'm wearing nothing but a pair of warm-up pants, but I'm gaining on him. I'm gaining on him. I'm edging in him. I was playing soccer daily at that time, so I was definitely gonna catch him. Fucking Usain Bolt over here. But he made it easy. I chased him across one gravel driveway, which wasn't fun, but I was on his heels by the time we reached the second one, and he took... Alright, so this is a bunch of pointless shit. This is a long-ass story. I'm gonna see how it ends. He knocks on my door about a year later. I open the door. He must have the anger. He backs away from the door with his hands up and says he came to apologize. He said he was very sorry. I told him I accepted the apology and to not fuck up like that again. And then he said thanks and walked away. Very strange. Well, that's how that story ended. I think that's a great stopping point considering that was a fucking novel that I just read, not a short story. I'm gonna read the comments actually real quick. Alright, here's a good one. If someone was masturbating furiously, wouldn't that hurt? Just curious. Yes, that would hurt. Another one says, I have no words. Yeah, me neither. That was the stupidest shit I've ever read. Wait, did he say thanks? Yes, he did. Invite him in for a drink and stab him with a knife. Diamonds for days. One says that. Alright, well, I think we're gonna stop the video here. This is a good stopping point. Part 4 is coming up, and I'm sorry that this wasn't, you know, what you all hoped it to be, which was bondage, foot fantasy porn. So I'm sorry about that. We'll get to that in another video. So, all right, thanks for watching. Y'all like the video? Comment if y'all like these videos. So y'all have a great day.